Hello everyone, welcome back to Old Dad's Modeling Mess. And in today's video, yep, it's still hot out, so I'm over on the other side where it's air conditioned. And a couple of you guys were in my last video where I made the little PZ1, the 3D printable easy tank. A couple of you were talking about how you liked it and stuff like that, talking about the possibilities. So I kind of figured I'd show you what I did and how I did it, just because I know that there's some people that are sitting on the fence whether, they don't know whether they like it, the 3D printing stuff or not. And that's understandable, but the way that I look at it is it's no different than, buying frugal tracks, or other add-ons or, stuff like that. So as you can see, I have a folder full of just printable tanks. This is my 3D printer folder that's got all sorts of stuff in it. So go to the tanks, we'll find this, and we want the hull, we want the turret and the tracks. We're going to bring them into Blender. And I'm sure there's people out there that can do this much better than me. Yeah, I know there is. But for me, this works. I self-taught myself all this. So, if people don't like it or there's an easier way, that's cool. But for me, this works. So now, as you can see, I've got it here, and this is what I put together the other day, right, in the last video. So now I want to go up here, I want to click on this item. Now you'll see that the hull is only 63 millimeters long. Okay, so it's not even 1/35th scale. It's more like 1/72nd scale. Because I think it's supposed to be like 120 or something like that. So anyway, you get the idea. Now what I want to do is, for me, when I do this, like if I'm rescaling something to make it bigger, I want to put all the parts together first, because I'm going to rescale all of them at once. So I want to get the turret in the hole as best as possible. And then you don't want that gap in there. You want some, but you don't want much, because that's going to throw off your measurements. So I do it like that. So there is a little bit of a gap. Okay. Now I'm going to pull the running gear over here. And on the running gear, I will show you. Right here is a hole. Back here is another hole. And that's where these two guide pins go. So what I want to do is I want to get them close to being lined up as possible. So I need to bring it down some, and I need to go back now. Now that I've got it lined up there, I can bring it in, and then just to make sure that I'm centered in the hole good, I'm going to use the hub off of this wheel and the hub off of that to make sure that I get it Okay, sorry about that. The wife came out to visit me for a minute, so I had to pause things. But getting back to this, okay, that's pretty much lined up. So now what I want to do is I want to make sure that I don't have it too far in, and that's easy to do. Just make sure that it doesn't go past that, because we don't want to mess up the width of it. And you'll understand what I'm talking about here in just a second. So there's that. Now we're going to grab this one here, move it over, drop it down some, and then we're going to get up. And sometimes you got to do it like this. So, ooh, wow, that was actually a pretty good guess. I just need to bring it down some. I'm going to have to take it back some, aren't I? Nope, forward. Or, yeah, move back just a fuzz. Okay, there we go. So now there's all that. So now we're going to click on this, and there's a reason for me clicking the hull first, because it's the longest part of this. Okay, so then now I'm going to go up here. I'm going to select all. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And this number here to 63.6, Google AI says PZ1 at 1/16 scale in millimeters should be 218.75 millimeters long. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to hold my S button down, and I'm going to pull this until I get to 218 millimeters. There we go. Close enough. Now, the reason why I did that was I just resized everything. Now, these numbers here are completely different. That says 98. This says that it should be 131, 112 tall, 131 wide. Okay. Well, it's not taken into effect for this. It's just counting that. So there we go. We have that. Now, here comes the fun part, which is where I told you guys I got lucky on the on this file here. Most free files aren't like this. So I've got it highlighted. Now I'm going to go up here into edit mode. Now see how everything's all black lines? It's not highlighted anymore. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go down here to separate my loose parts. Boom. Now everything's highlighted again except for the hub. Go back into object mode. Each one of those is an individual track link. What makes this even cooler is to show you just how detailed this file actually is. These rivets, each one of them is separate. The nut, up here on this, the bolt, the nut, the wheel, those are all separate pieces. So this can be broken down into more. Okay. Now, if you remember correctly, the turret here, and the very first one that I did, it was not very, the hatch wasn't very noticeable at 1/35 scale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. I'm going to click on these little bolts, this. Now I'm going to go up here, set the origin, center of mass, raise them up. You see how you got that little darker line right here? That's all that's actually poking up out of the top of the hatch. We want to make that bigger. Now you notice how this got bigger, and then this light outline part here got smaller. That's because I raised it up. But this is still inside the hatch. Now we got that done, I'm going to highlight the hatch, set the origin, center of mass again, and see how far down that goes. It just needs to come up some. There we go. Now, real quick, you guys can see the machine guns. They actually have pretty good detail. I'm going to add some to it. I'm going to grab a cylinder. I want 130 or 128 vertices. If you ever get into Blender or anything like that, you'll know that that is what gives you your roundness. Because if you look at this, see how there's little lines in the roundness there? Well, if you look at that circle there, see how fine they are there? So now I need to rotate that. Go up here and do it the easy way. 90. Okay. Now I want to go back here. This lined up with this best as I can. Try to get it centered because I'm going to make it smaller. Move forward. Yep, that's right. I'm actually adding the holes for the bullets to come out of. Is this it? Oh, I guessed it right. There we go. Now, see how that's on the inside of that? Okay, now I'm gonna copy, paste, go put one over here, and watch this. If I click on the machine gun itself, Go over here, click on generate a Boolean with the modifier. I'm going to click on this eyedropper, click on that cylinder I just did, that I just copied and pasted there, apply. Now you got a hollowed out gun barrel. And I didn't spend hours trying to drill it out or anything like that, or getting it off center because I'm a goober and I messed up. I just did it there, and now we're good to go. So another thing I did too was on the turret, those there, I pushed them forward just a little bit, just so they stuck out some. So now I'm going to, I'll show you a little trick here in Blender. See how I just highlighted all that? That's all one piece again now. So the turret is all one piece. Okay, real quick here, we'll get to this. And this one here is where a lot of the good stuff's going to come from. Separate by loose parts. Go back to object mode. Okay, everything's highlighted. If I go in here and I click on that, that is our diamond plate. Now, if I don't set the origin to the center of the mass, when I get ready to do what I'm about to do, it's going to disappear. And what it is because it's going to do it at the center of the mass, which it's supposed to do. Remember, we couldn't see it on the first one that I did? Now you can see it. So there's that. I just made the diamond plate more visible. I gave it more detail. If you go over here and look, it's just barely sticking up through there. So we'll do the same thing on this side. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. See how the arrows are here? And there's that. If I click on this, see how it goes way up there? Yeah. So you want to center of mass, and then we did 0.535. Done. Now, come over here. We're going to click on this, 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 this. Center of mass. You can see how there's a lot down inside there. I'm going to raise it up. Boom. Now you got some more detailed. This is all I did to the other one at 1/35th scale. That up. Pull that one out a little bit. You always want to make sure you leave some in there, because if not, you'll mess it up. Okay, so now I'm gonna go do these hatches here real quick. That origin, center of mass. Zoom in here. Pull it up. And you don't need a lot, you just need enough. There's that. We got this one, this. There we go. Center of mass. Like I said, this is... I don't look at this as, you know, like you're not building a model or anything like that, because in all honesty, all you're doing when you go buy a kit from the store, you're gluing it together. We call it building when you're just gluing shit together, to be honest with you. I'm not trying to upset anybody or anything like that, but I'm just being real. I mean, that's all we do, is we just glue this stuff together. So, you know, if you do it with 3D printed parts, there's no difference. You know what I'm saying? So now we got all that taken care of. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Okay, let's get this out of the way. Let's get that over there. Now we are going to join. Okay, see down here it says not selected. Okay, well, when that happens, oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me do something here real quick. I almost forgot about that. So glad I caught that. Okay. As you can see, depending on where you're at, you can see that line right there. So what I'm about to do here is make that line better. I am actually going to indent that line into the tank better so it will be more noticeable. Okay, so now we want this. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of that sticking up out of there. So now I'm going to click on this, add another modifier, take this, click on that cube that I just did, click apply. Oh, nope. Wrong button, add. Delete. Now you can see that. That's actually a groove now. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and this, join them. When you can't get it all to join at once, go in there and click two things. It doesn't matter what two parts it is. Just click them, join them, and then you can come back in there and do that. Boom. There we go. Now you have your tank at 1/16 scale. I will get this printed up and I will get some pictures. So give me a second and we'll be right back.